I already filmed this book haul once and then I realized that I forgot 3 books, so here we go again. I just know I'm gonna forget to do a thumbnail unless I do it first, so yeah, cheesing. I went to England for about 10 days over Easter, and I mostly went to visit people because I used to live in England for a year and I hadn't been in a year and a half, so lots of catching up to do with lots of people. But I also fit in a little bit of book shopping. Most of these books I bought at secondhand bookshops or charity shops, so I was trying not to like spend $1 million on books, but I did buy a couple of things. So first of all, I have 3 books that I bought from Waterstones in York. Waterstones is like British Barnes & Noble, kind of. So 2 of these books were part of like a buy one, get one half off deal, and those are Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race and The Hate You Give. And I thought these books kind of complemented each other, even though this is nonfiction, this is fiction. I've been meaning to read this for a very, very long time and I just have not gotten around to it. But I saw this edition. This is a Waterstones exclusive collector's edition with yellow pages, and I just thought that it was lovely and I could not buy it. So I bought these 2 books at Waterstones along with Love and Misadventure by Leav. This is a book of poetry. I've been meaning to read some of her poetry for a long time. I've read a little bit over half of this already, and I don't love it as much as I thought I would, but I do really like it because it's different than some of the other poetry I've been reading. These are the ones from Waterstones. Next, I have a book from my favorite bookshop in York, which is called Minstergate Books. This is the book I got from there. It is Howard's End by E.M. Forster, and this is the Penguin English Library edition. And I would be lying if I didn't say that I mostly bought this because I collect the Penguin English Library edition books, but I do want to read this, but I mostly got it because it was only £3 and I am obsessed with Penguin English Library. So obviously it is amazing and I will read this someday, especially because I know I've heard of people who have read this and really liked it. Next, I have a couple of C.S. Lewis books. These are all books that I already own and that I've already read, but I don't have these editions. So yeah, okay, I'm a little bit obsessed, but I have Reflections on the Psalms, Letters to Malcolm, Chiefly on Prayer, A Grief Observed, and of course the Screwtape Letters, which is my favorite C.S. Lewis book. So I don't know, there's all of these UK editions of C.S. Lewis books because he was British, and I just need to have every edition of every book that he ever wrote. So yeah, it's fine. This was also at a secondhand bookshop in Bakewell, I believe. This is Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. I do own this in the US hardcover edition, but I just think that the UK edition is very cute and I don't have it in a paperback, so I thought, of course, I need to have this. Lastly, I have 4 books, I think, from Foyles in London. I grabbed 2 of these. These are the Penguin Modern. I don't know exactly what this is called, but these were each £1. They're like really short, either like short stories or like a couple of short stories. And I just got this, The Vigilante by John Steinbeck, and Why Do You Wear a Cheap Watch by Hanff Fallada? I don't know. These were kind of random choices. I have a couple of the ones that are black. I don't really know what the series is called, but they're like UK special things. So I bought 2 of these, and I bought 84 Charing Cross Road by Hanff. This is a book that I read a couple of years ago, and it is just like the most charming thing, especially like as a book lover. It's like the perfect book for people who love books. It's just super, super charming. This is another book that I've wanted to reread for quite a long time, and now I can do that. And I just thought that the illustrations on this are super cute. So very, very excited to have this. Next, I have Notes from a Small Island by Bill Bryson, another cover that I just love. I read this book, or I read the start of this book quite some time ago, the first few chapters, and then I think it was due back at the library. And since then I've been meaning to buy it, but I wanted this edition because it is the prettiest. So I really enjoyed what I read of this, and I'm really excited to finish it because Bill Bryson is actually from Des Moines, and I live in Des Moines, and I think he now lives in the UK, but this is just a book about his observations of the UK and of British places and British people from an American point of view. So it's just really humorous and charming and really awesome. So I want to read this as soon as possible. And I lied, that was not the last book, because I have another book that is from a charity shop, and it is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. And this is, again, a book that I've heard a lot about, and I like the US cover, but this UK cover just grabbed my attention, and it was only £2, so I thought, well, I better buy it. So that is the theme of this trip, was it's only £2, I better buy it. And that is how I came home with like 12 books. That is everything, I promise. Oh wait, I lied. I got this tote bag, and I am obsessed with this. It just says foils, and it is like one of the nicest canvas tote bags I've owned. It's like super sturdy. I actually use this as my personal item on my flight home because I ran out of room in my backpack for everything. I'm just saying, not every tote bag is created equal, and this is the best canvas tote that I have ever purchased, and it was only £5. So, okay, now that is the last thing. Thank you for watching this. If you've read any of these that you would recommend, please comment below and let me know, and I will see you guys later with something else. Bye.